A year ago, the Blackbeard pirates talked to Kuzan about the man with the burn scar, who is said to have the last road poneglyph. They even had additional information about him. They knew that whirlpools form near this man and his sinister ship, just like with Luffy when he started his journey. But how do the Blackbeard pirates know so much about the man with the burn scar? And how is it possible that we overlooked the fact that Blackbeard was already at the exact location of the poneglyph during the time skip? And no, I'm not referring to the Rocky Port incident on Hachinosu, where Blackbeard took revenge on Okoku for betraying his father, Xebecs. It's definitely going to be very exciting. We may have solved the mystery, and I'd appreciate it if you'd give the video a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe to support me. Let's start with the fact that after the war on Onigashima, the three captains, Luffy, Law, and Kid, wanted to go their separate ways, and all three had 3 poneglyphs. So it was a competition to find the last road poneglyph, and Kid came around the corner and had the information that this last poneglyph was with the man with the burn scar, which means that the legend about this person is not something that only the Blackbeard pirate gang knows. This is important to mention because it means that the person with the burn scar is a legend that has only existed since the beginning of the Great Pirate Era, i.e. only after Roger's execution, and I even have confirmation of this. The whole thing is very closely related to Kazuki Oden's flashback. There, we learned how Roger found every single poneglyph in order to get to Laugh Tale. He found the first poneglyph at Big Mom's on Whole Cake Island. Then he found one on Zoo, another on Wano Kuni, and one on Fishman Island. If we review the whole thing and compare it to the Straw Hat Pirates and how Luffy seized these poneglyphs, it immediately becomes apparent that when the Straw Hat Pirates were on Fishman Island, the road poneglyph was missing there. It must be clearly mentioned here that what was special about Roger and his crew was that they only copied every poneglyph they seized, so they never took a poneglyph with them on their ship. The fact that Rayleigh was later responsible for allowing countless pirates to enter Fishman Island because he coded their ship certainly opens up room for speculation that the Roger pirates made an exception with the poneglyph on Fishman Island and took the road poneglyph with them, so as not to endanger Fishman Island. Since neither Rayleigh nor Gaban have this poneglyph, there's really only one person who comes to mind, and that is number 4 of the Roger pirates, Sunbell. I don't think I need to explain that the Roger pirates and the Straw Hat pirates are similar. I mean, even Rayleigh immediately recognized his former captain Roger and Luffy. Luffy's allies, Zoro and Sanji, Gaban and Rayleigh, are also very similar. So it would only make sense that Sunbell, who was the Jinbai of the Roger pirates, is like Jinbai, and Jinbai's loyalty to Luffy, which is probably unsurpassable. I'm just saying, folks, in the war at Marineford, the man almost died fighting Akainu, but he still didn't give up protecting Luffy, and that kind of character would naturally be perfect for protecting the last road poneglyph, not only because of his strength, because Jinbei is definitely one of the strongest members of the Straw Hat Pirates, but also because Blackbeard's crew said that the man with the burn scar can create whirlpools, which a fishman is definitely capable of doing. Sunbell would be a good fit. We haven't seen a burn scar on him, but Jinbei also got a burn scar at Marineford, so why not Sunbell? At least we haven't been able to look under his clothes. I'm a big fan of the theory that Sunbell is the one hiding the last road poneglyph. However, there are a few things that speak against this. We saw that before Roger was executed. He visited Whitebeard one last time and had a conversation with him where they clarified, among other things, that Whitebeard has no interest in finding the One Piece. The reason I mention this is quite simple. I just pointed out that Rayleigh is putting Fishman Island in danger by coating the pirates' ships, thereby allowing them to reach Fishman Island in the first place. And do you know who was protecting Fishman Island for the time skip? It was the Whitebeard pirates. Coincidence? I don't think so. As I said before, it doesn't make sense for Roger's pirates to want to hide a road poneglyph, since they want the chosen person to collect the poneglyphs. This means that former Rocks pirates would have had every single poneglyph except the one on Zoo, so Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido each had a road poneglyph. We found out that Whitebeard planned to make Ace the new pirate king. That's why he naturally wanted Ace to find the One Piece. For this reason, the road poneglyph was so important to Whitebeard, but what exactly did he do with it? Even Blackbeard didn't know where this poneglyph was located. We learned that Blackbeard attacked Sphinx Island, Whitebeard's home, a year ago and waged a war of revenge against the Whitebeard pirates, i.e., the remaining Whitebeard pirates led by Marco. We never found out why he was so determined to fight his former comrades, but now it makes sense. Blackbeard knew that Whitebeard had hidden the road poneglyph and thought he had given it to one of his sons. However, it turned out that neither Marco nor any of the other commanders had this poneglyph, which is why he left Sphinx Island. For those who didn't know, Ace also had a crew, the Spade Pirates, and his right-hand man Deuce was very loyal to him, but one wonders why none of them were present at Ace's execution. The only logical explanation is that Whitebeard tasked Deuce and his men with guarding the poneglyph so that Ace could one day become the Pirate King. We know almost nothing about Deuce's abilities, but we do know from the manga that Ace also got caught in a whirlpool and then met Deuce. So we can assume that Deuce may also be able to create whirlpools, since the man with the burn scar is associated with a jet black ship, and the Ace card in a deck of cards also has a black version. Deuce would be the black Ace card, and thus the man with the burn scar. I don't think I need to explain where Deuce got the burn scar. When you have a crazy captain like Ace with the fire fruit, it shouldn't be that hard to get a burn scar. Something's not right with Blackbeard. He shouldn't even be looking for this poneglyph, because we've seen that Xebecs had no interest in collecting the road poneglyphs. The guy only seemed to have eyes for two legendary devil fruits, which we still don't know what they are. So why is Blackbeard so interested in the road poneglyphs? And what does he plan to do with it when he finds the last one? Blackbeard was terrored by the Tenryubitos in the hunting games in God Valley, and because of them, was never able to see his father Xebecs again. This left him traumatized, and we even got a childhood picture of Blackbeard from Eiichiro Oda, where he is looking up at the moon and crying. This trauma may even be the reason why Blackbeard can't sleep, because he's afraid of being killed while he's asleep. Blackbeard is aware that countless powerful pirates are searching for the One Piece, and he wants to take advantage of this by finding the last road poneglyph, because he wants to organize his own hunting game on Mary Joa. Only this time the Tenryubito will be hunted, and countless pirates will take part in this competition to get the One Piece. Now it's your turn, friends. Write in the comments what you think the man with the burned scar is, why Blackbeard is looking for the road poneglyphs in the first place, what Ace's crew has been doing all this time, and why they weren't there for Ace's execution. Otherwise folks, see you next time on my channel, Davey D. Jones.